Are you ready to make a new little bag with pizza ribbons? But first, welcome back to the Maker Bag YouTube channel. I'm Martina, and today I'll show you how to make the Marika bag. We made this mini bag with this white pizza ribbon and a truly wonderful flower stitch. Here's how we do it. We start by making the first base and then move on to making this flower stitch. Finally, we finish 2 rounds by making this handle. Don't worry, because in the tutorial my mom and I explain step by step how to do it. To make it anyway, we used 400 grams of Lycra pizza ribbon in this white color, but you can choose many other colors, and a number 10 crochet hook. I know it seems difficult, but we really explain every single step of how to go about making it. And let's start the actual tutorial now, but first I remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to receive notifications. Your support is very, very important to us. Also, if you want to follow us on social media too, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook under the name Macrè.bag. You'll find lots of tutorials, tips, and suggestions on the world of crochet, and especially crochet bags and accessories. But now let's start the actual tutorial. We'll see you at the end of the video.
Let's take our ribbon yarn and the Lycra and a size 10 crochet hook. We start by making a slip knot. So we turn the hook like this, yarn over and close it. And now we continue with 16 chain stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just keep going like this. And remember, we also need to count that initial slip knot. So there will be a total of 17 stitches in the end. Once we've made all our chains, this is the result. It's quite elastic. Let's start making single crochets. So as you can see, we skip this first stitch, which has never worked, and go into the next one, into the next chain. So I insert the hook, making a single crochet. I go into it here, yarn over. Now I yarn over and pull it through. I've formed these 2 loops. Now I yarn over again, and I close both together. A bit faster now, go into the next stitch, yarn over like this and close. Again, 2 loops, go in, yarn over and close. I'm going to work all the way to the last stitch, which is the final loop. Let's continue. When you reach the very last stitch, which is the other end, see? This is the result so far. Now let's work 3 single crochets into the loop. To work it better, you see, we pull the shorter thread tighter, otherwise it might come undone. So I insert the hook into it and make the first single crochet. Yarn over again, you see, and finish the stitch. Again, I go into the same stitch and make another single crochet. Yarn over and finish. And now the third one, and you see that we're basically turning around the chain because we're going to the other side. Now I pull the shorter yarn to close the little hole that has formed and start working. The other side of the chain here as well, making single crochets. I bring this short yarn along with me. You see its position exactly above the chain, so I can close it now and not later. So I insert the hook into the first stitch like this and make another single crochet, continuing on. Bringing the little yarn along with me, I insert the hook into the next stitch, make another single crochet, keep the yarn taut like this, and continue. We make single crochets until we reach the very last stitch of the round. In this case, there will be 14 single crochets. We are now at the very last stitch of the round, and in this case, we make 2 single crochets into it. So 1 and close, then insert the hook again and make another one. And with that, we have basically finished the first round, which forms the base. Now we close the round by inserting the hook into the 2 loops, so let's begin. Which are these 2? So I insert the hook again and make a slip stitch to close, yarn over and pull it through. With these 2 loops, which I now close together, we lift the work by making chains. Let's make a total of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now let's start working on the body of the bag. That's what we'll do. We'll use this star stitch, which has several steps that are actually very simple, but you need to follow these initial instructions. So I yarn over around the thread and insert the hook here basically into the first chain just made like this, yarn over again and pull it through. And now we have 3 loops. Now I yarn over again. And I need to insert the hook again, basically into the stitch where we made the slip stitch. So I go in here, yarn over again, and pull it through. Now we have a total of 5 loops. Now I yarn over again, skip 1 stitch, and go into the next one. So I insert the hook, here, yarn over and pull it through. And now we have a total of 7 loops. Each time you need to have this number of loops on your hook. Now again, yarn over around the hook and hold the new yarn. This way, with your finger, put your finger here, and now we're going to close. Now, for all the loops, make sure to keep your finger positioned on the yarn. Don't let go. Here we go. Now insert the hook where you placed your finger, yarn over, and close both loops. This is done with a slip stitch. Now let's make a chain, and the first stitch is complete. This was done in a particular way because since we're at the beginning, we had the 3 starting chains, and now we'll show you how to do it. Then the stitch in the following rounds. So now I yarn over around the hook, and I need to insert the hook into this little hole that has formed, which is basically the first chain at the start of this stitch. So I insert the hook into it like this, yarn over and pull through. And now I have these first 3 loops. Now I yarn over again and insert into the stitch, this one where we finished. For the first star stitch, insert the hook here, yarn over and pull through again. Then yarn over, skip 1 stitch and insert into the next one. I'm going to insert the hook right here, pull the yarn through, and now you can see that I have all 7 of these loops sitting right here on my hook. Here they are, so I'll yarn over once again, just like we did before. Hold the yarn securely with your finger and then pull through to close them all together at once. Again, insert the hook here, yarn over and close with a slip stitch. Make a chain and we've finished the second stitch as well. The star isn't very visible yet, but it's already starting to take shape. You'll see it clearly from the second round. Let's show it again, a bit faster this time. So yarn over around the hook, insert it into the stitch again and pull through. Now I have these 3 loops, yarn over again, insert at the base of the previous stitch like this, and I have more loops, yarn over. Skip 1 stitch and insert into the next one. Here they are, all 7 again. Yarn over the hook, reach with your finger and close them all together. Insert into the stitch, yarn over, and close with a slip stitch, finally a chain stitch. This is the stitch. You need to continue like this for the entire round until you reach the other end of our base. Basically, in this case, we have formed our oval panel, so we continue working in the round, even in the following rounds. Now, in any case, we'll show you how to close it. And how do you work the second round as well? So we don't need to take the number of initial chains into account. If, on the other hand, we are working on a panel, it is necessary that the number of single crochet stitches, because the first round must be a round of single crochets, be even in order for this stitch to work out. In this case, since we have an identical base and are working in the round, it's not necessary. Let's continue and show you the result of this round. Here we have completed the entire round. This is our star stitch. And as I mentioned, this result is already quite noticeable, but it will become even more so starting from the second round. Now let's make the last stitch. We're going to work the last stitch of this round. So I yarn over, insert the hook into this little hole here from the previous stitch, yarn over again and pull through. And so I have 3 loops, yarn over again, insert the hook into this last worked stitch, yarn over again and pull through, yarn over once more. And I basically skip and insert. I insert here. You see, this is the last stitch of the round, and here is where we started with the stitches. Starting star, so I insert the hook into these 2 loops, yarn over like this, and as always we have 7 loops, yarn over again, then hold it with my finger. And close everything. So I insert into this stitch, yarn over as before, make a slip stitch and a chain. And with that, we've finished the entire round. Now let's begin, because we're going to show you how to work in a spiral and how to continue for the following rounds. So let's continue working the second round, and we'll show you how to proceed with spiral work. We've already made the chain. I yarn over, bring the yarn back onto the hook. I insert into the stitch as always, yarn over and pull the yarn through. And now I have my 3 loops. Now I insert into the last stitch worked, always yarning over, insert and pull through. Okay, now to start working in a spiral and continue like this for all 3 of the next rounds. I basically have to skip the chains worked at the beginning and insert directly into this little hole. The little hole formed by the initial star stitch, so I yarn over around the hook and insert down here, yarn over again and pull up, because you always need to stretch it out a bit. And now I've successfully formed my 7 loops again. Just as I always do, I wrap the yarn over around the hook, hold it securely with my finger, and carefully pull through to close all 7 loops together. You see, sometimes it can be a bit tougher. I insert the hook into that spot and make a very loose stitch, chain stitch. And you see that finally we can start working in a spiral. Now we'll show you the first star stitch of the second round, which is the one you'll need to work for the following rounds as well. So, as always, I yarn over, insert the hook into this little hole formed by the previous stitch, and I have 3 loops. Now I yarn over again, and basically I need to insert into this spot here, which is another little hole because it corresponds to the end of the previous stitch. So I insert here, yarn over, and pull through. Now, just like before, we skip 1 stitch and go into the next one. And the next one is the little hole from the stitch of the previous round. So, as always, I yarn over, insert the hook into this hole. I pull up all the loops, there are 7 in total, yarn over and close them all together. Again, I insert here and yarn over. I close with a slip stitch and a chain, and let's show another one. I go in again, yarning over into the hole. Like this. Here are the 3 loops. Now I yarn over again, insert into the last part of the worked stitch, which is this one. You can really see the stitches clearly this way. I yarn over the hook again, skip 1 stitch and insert into the next one, which corresponds to the center of the star from the previous round. 7 loops, as always, yarn over, hold with your finger and close all 7. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult. Insert here, yarn over, slip stitch and chain. Continue working a total of 5 rounds of star stitches. Star. We've already done 1. This is the second. We need to finish it and make more. Once the entire panel is done, you see this will be the result. See? This star stitch really stands out. It's very, very beautiful and elegant. Now we've reached the corner. Basically, this is the starting point where we began, and now we're here, so we need to make a closure. Do you see how this stitch turns out very tall? So from one round to the next, there's this difference in height, and to reduce it, we'll show you the method. Yarn over, insert the hook into this stitch here, the one you just worked. Yarn over and pull through. Now skip the next stitch and go into the one after that, see, into this free space here without yarning over. So insert the hook, yarn over and pull through. And now I close all the loops together like this. Now I go back in, basically skipping 1 stitch, and insert the hook into the center of the stitch. Next star, yarn over and pull through, closing with a slip stitch. And you can see that now the difference in height is no longer noticeable at all. This is the method for closing a star stitch panel. And now we're going to create the handle. We have placed these stitch markers, leaving 3 central star stitches and 4 star stitches on the sides, both on one side and the other. And now simply we continue by making a round of single crochet stitches. So now I make a first chain to raise the work. I insert the hook again into the stitch right where we made the chain for this closure, and I make a single crochet. Now I go into the next stitch, taking both loops, and I also close this with a single crochet. And now I go into this stitch, which is the central stitch of the star, and here too we make a single crochet. We can remove the stitch marker. This was to make the handle. We make a total of 12 chains. Now when we use this chain, this other central stitch, precisely the central stitch of our star stitch, where the stitch marker was, and we make a single crochet. Yarn over both loops again and close. Now we basically make single crochets along all the stitches we find until we reach the stitch marker on the other side. Here, as you can see, we're showing you clearly because it's not very easy to see where the stitches are. One is the central stitch, which is this little hole here, and another is this stitch formed by these two little loops. So these two stitches alternate. I need to insert the hook like this, making a simple round of stitches. Again, find the central stitch and continue until you reach the other one. Stitch marker. After that, we always need to make 12 chains and close it at the next stitch marker. We'll show you how we're progressing. We finished the round, and these are the two handles. They're a bit thin, so now we're going to finish them with another round, in this case using elongated single crochet stitches. We'll show you how to continue. Here I insert into the next stitch, picking up both loops like this, and I make a slip stitch because I close the two loops together. This way we have closed our round. Now I simply take the crochet hook and insert it into the stitch below, which is always this flower stitch right here, and I make an elongated single crochet. I insert here, yarn over, and pull up the two loops to this height, yarn over again, and close both. Now I insert into the next stitch, which is this one we worked before, and here too I make an elongated single crochet. So I insert, yarn over. I pull up the yarn and close the two loops. In this way, I insert again into the stitch of this star stitch, yarn over, pull up, and make the last stitch. Now I need to make elongated stitches by working into our chains. We make a total of 12, so I take the hook and pass it underneath, yarn over and pull up, yarn over again and close like this. We continue making these elongated single crochet stitches, making sure to do a total of 12 all around the circumference of the chains. Here is the result of our handle, and now let's move on and continue with elongated stitches. For every stitch we find, we go back into the star stitch here, yarn over and close, and continue with these single elongated stitches until we reach the other handle. And here as well, we always need to make 12 elongated stitches around the chains. We continue like this until we reach the other end, and we'll show you how to finish off the work. We've reached the other side. This is the starting round where we began the round of stitches. And now we simply make an invisible closure. So I pull the yarn to lengthen it and cut it. Now let's take a smaller crochet hook, which will help us make the little knots. I skip one stitch and go into the next one from underneath, picking up these two loops. Yarn over and close. Pulling all the yarn through. Now I pull it tight, go back to the starting loop, this time picking up only the outer V. I grab the yarn and pull it, all of it, including this inside. In this way, we've made an invisible closure. Now I simply turn our bag inside out and make small knots, helping myself with a smaller crochet hook, so it passes through more easily inside to secure the yarn and finish off the work neatly. Our bag is finally ready.
The Marika bag is finally ready. As I told you, the tutorial is very simple. You can find everything you need on our online shop, macrebag.it. So I suggest you go and take a look because there are these yarns and also many other top quality accessories designed for your creations. I'll say goodbye for now and I'll see you in the next tutorial.